I'm Agoria, Sebastian, and I'm French. I'm DJing for like maybe about 20 years. It's funny because most of the people know me for like being a DJ or making album, but I'm doing a lot of things on the side. It's like I'm doing soundtracks for movies, and on the side I will do my first exhibition as a photographer. You know, I like to do various kind of things. You know, I was organizing parties under the name Agoria at the time of the rave parties. I was doing Agoria parties, and then once my friends put Agoria on the flyer, and I didn't know it was me. It was a surprise. I was like a kid, and I was shy to play on stage. So they put Agoria. I say, who is Agoria? And then the day of the event, they say, go to your house, take the records, and go to play. So it was kind of a surprise from them, and I kept that name. You know, it's always very difficult to put a sticker on a very particular sound or on what you did for years. You know, I did a new album named Drift, and the idea of Drift and this album was to be eclectic, not to stick to only one genre and trying to make bridge between different cultures, different approaches of doing music. So if I had to define my sound, I would say it's drift. Like it's when you're on the road and when you drift a bit on the left, on the right, you try to find the equilibrium and you try to find the right balance. With my album Drift that I just released, I'm super happy with the feedback, because when you go a bit outside of what is the techno rules and techno or house, like people were like a bit afraid of what you're doing. And actually with this album people were like very supportive, very like pushing me, saying it's amazing because we can hear you do exactly what you wanted to do, and you take some risks, and I'm super happy, and even if on the album there are like some pop tracks and some hip-hop tracks also. I did remix by like, classical DJs like Solomon, Black Coffee. Many artists did remix for me, and so I had the versions to play in a festival or party like tonight at Reworks. I would love to work with Björk because she was one of the first singers I found in love when I was a kid. So I would also love to work with like R&B, hip-hop singer, because I think when you do electronic music, it's amazing to fit with other acts from other worlds. And the good point is this mixity of cultures. If Rihanna watches, maybe Rihanna would be good, or FK Twigs. I'm a kid of the rave parties. I organize a lot of rave parties. I created a festival in my hometown named Nuit Sonore, that I was one of the co-founders of this festival. I did a lot for the underground scene. And I would have never ever thought that the music scene would have become so huge. My only concern is social media. I think social media somehow ruins a bit the truth of electronic music, and it ruins a bit what is really the message of our music. Of course, it's a good tool, it's a good marketing tool, but many times I'm thinking, even me sometimes I'm doing like things on social media, I'm like, what am I doing this? It takes too much space, and I think we need to focus more on how we make music, much more than how we make pictures.